Shrimp and steak go really well together, but on a taco, it's pure magic. Let me show you why steak and shrimp go really well together and why you should make the surf and turf taco. Let's get this well-marbled ribeye steak prepped and ready for this cook. I'm going to go ahead and season it with salt and pepper. I'm going to do my usual golden ratio of 2-to-1. That's 2 parts salt, 2 parts pepper, and 1 part garlic. This ribeye is a select, but that marbling looks like it would be a prime steak. For those unfamiliar, marbling refers to the intermuscular fat between the meat. The more there is, the more juicy and tender it's going to be. When shopping for a steak, look for the ones that are well marbled. Next up is our shrimp. The skewering is perhaps the most annoying part about this cook, but be sure to do it. Skewering is going to allow you to place in your shrimp, flip, turn, and remove our shrimp very easily during grilling. As annoying as skewering is, it's less annoying than having to flip each of these shrimps individually on the grill. Trust me. For the seasoning, I was going to go basic salt, pepper, and garlic. But let's do something special. I'm going to go with some Oakland Dust chili lime seasoning. The citrus and chili flavor goes really great with some seafood. It really doesn't need a lot. Just give it a nice coat. Flip and do the same on the other side. Now looking at this now, I really think I'm going to add it to our ribeye steak. This way, we are going to get some consistent flavors between our surf and turf proteins. Now, it might seem odd to put citrus and chili on a steak, but I think a light dusting is not going to overpower the steak at all. Now that both our steak and the shrimp are seasoned, let's get grilling. Let's start off by prepping our grill. I am lighting a 3/4 chimney with lump charcoal. I'm going to be directly grilling our steak and shrimp. One of the fastest ways to give our grilling more wood and smoke flavor is to switch over for certain cooks from charcoal over to lump. Once our chimney is lit, let's dump it over a slow and sear insert. Give it a nice mix to even out our coals, and we're ready. This is smelling fantastic already, and we just started. About 2 minutes in, let's flip. 2 more minutes, let's flip again. And flip again. What I'm looking for is for the meat to have a nice sear. It's not to completely cook the steak. This steak is really thick, and it's going to need some extra cooking time to get us to a nice medium temperature. So once you're happy with the sear, rotate your grill grate so your steak is on the indirect heat side. Let's temp our steak to monitor internal temperatures, cover the lid, and wait for it to come up to temperature. This temperature is going to take about 30 minutes, but I'm going to keep my eye on this temperature probe. 20 minutes later, it's hit 135 internal temperature. Let's confirm with an instant read, and yep, we have hit 135 and we're ready to remove. Steak looks juicy and it smells great. But most important part is to let this steak rest. Resting your steak allows it for the steak juice to redistribute, and this is going to give us a more flavorful, juicy, tender bite. While it rests, I add a bit more lump and got my shrimp started. Shrimp is not going to take very long at all. So just flip, rotate, and once the meaty end is opaque, your shrimp is done. Since lump charcoal runs really hot, you'll get a nice little charred bits without overcooking your shrimp. Yes, you're going to burn the heck out of your wooden skewers, but that's the price to pay for a delicious shrimp. Once shrimp is looking nice like this, remove and then cook the rest. Like I said, a minute or 2 is all you need. Since shrimp takes so little time to grill, this is why I like grilling other stuff along with it. Otherwise, it might seem kind of a waste of charcoal, right? But since I cooked a nice ribeye with this, I don't feel too bad. Once all 3 of our skewers are done, let's wrap in foil, to keep things warm. Before we build our tacos, I need to talk about toppings. Yesterday, I started by slicing some red onion, adding some salt, lemon juice, and a mix of serranos and habanero peppers. This is our spicy element to our tacos. And and a welcome break from our traditional salsa. We usually bring these in to bring a little heat. These pickled peppers and onions look amazing and are a delicious toppers for our tacos. I really want to complement these tacos with delicious crema. I made a video on this before for some shrimp tacos, so let's bring it back for this recipe. For this sauce, I use equal parts mayo and sour cream. And a 1/4 teaspoon of dill. 1/4 teaspoon of parsley. And some hot sauce. I want to drop in some homemade salsa here, but I've been really loving this avocado salsa. So I'm dropping in some and then give it a good mix. Taste for salt. It needs a tad more. We are done. Now who's ready for some tacos? I know I am. But before the build, we have to do a little prep. This way, it's gonna make our build more easy. Heat up some tortillas, and then slice and chop our steak up to make it more taco accessible. After slicing this ribeye steak, we can confirm we have a nice medium rare to medium steak. It looks awesome to me. Let's chop it up into smaller pieces. Now somebody's got to taste this before we build the tacos, right? Me? Well, not me today. I'm gonna be a gentleman and let the wife get a quick taste. I'm gonna give her a piece with some of that delicious seared exterior. That sounds like she's a fan. Let's drop in our corn tortilla. Add some of our delicious sauce. This sauce adds a pop of richness and creaminess. And let our grilled shrimp rest nicely on top of this sauce. Let's get a nice helping of our ribeye steak, which has been cooked to perfection. Steak and shrimp pair really well together due to the textures and the flavor. It's a perfect balance. A hit of cilantro, even though I don't think it needs it. And then, for our heat element, let's drop some of our pickled onions and peppers. This topping adds freshness and a little bit of spice with the habanero. But the lime cuts right through the salt and spicy. It's always great on some steak and incredible on shrimp. This is gonna make your taste buds sing. A citrus element followed by spice is gonna complement this perfectly. Let's take a big old bite. Shrimp and steak. It's gonna be great. Wow. Wow. When I don't speak much in front of the camera, it's a telltale sign that was freaking delicious.